Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Prime Time on EA Sports. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in. It's a Monday Night Prime Time showdown between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. Weather's starting to get a bit colder, but playoff hopes burning bright as ever for most of our teams as we get underway here in Week 12. And he's out a little short of the 30.
Aesthetic. Took this nigga fucking forever.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. First play is a design run. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Working quickly here. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Left side cut by Lazard. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Ooh, the hard count worked. Somebody jumped. I think this is going to give them the first. Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of 3rd down, they're now defending 1st and 10. So fresh set of downs after the penalty. 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. That's caught. It's the Clemson rookie. And he's down to almost, nope, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. He picks up 28 on the play. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City. Offense in the hurry up here. First down throw, Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. Has him running the comeback. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the dead. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the pistol, Smith. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
They give it to him again. Pop behind the line here on second down, which is only going to make things tougher for this third down coming up. Tight end in motion right. Third down, it's Mahomes. And no look there, that throw falls to the ground. This one misses the tight end. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. It's on the right hash for this 39-yarder. Butker knocks it through. And they get 3 on their first series. Hope to build on that in the drives ahead.
All in all, Kate, I'm going to call that a good start. Offense established himself, moved the ball, and the kicker able to give him a lead.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And he won't opt to bring this one out. Content to keep it there in the end zone. They'll start their drive at the 35. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Chased out to his right. He's running with it. He doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Ready? Bombers. Captain.
Nix from the gun. Escapes the pocket. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard
On
line.
1st down, it's Nix. On the move, hit it right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
I'll give this quarterback credit. He bought as much time as he could, but eventually, the only option left was...
You checked it already?
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10.
Oh yeah, Josh Reynolds is on the receiver.
Shotgun handoff to Harvey. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness.
Damn, what the fuck is the cooldown on in this league, bro?
That linebacker said, not this time.
No, I'm talking about John. I'm in. Like, what the fuck?
On 3rd down, here's Nix. Complete beyond the marker. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos pull ahead 6-3 in the 1st. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Here's Smith on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Forced out to his right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
2nd and 10, still at the 28. Pistol now for Mahomes. Fits it through the middle. He's off to the races. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs push their lead to 3.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
You had the out route to the left, bro. What the fuck is you looking at?
Butker on now to kick this one away.
And you missed that, John.
Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. Into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. Close to the hurry up here.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd down, give to Harvey. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down. Offense to the line fast.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd and 9.
3rd and long for him here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it's going to be 1st down Denver.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Play action with Mix. This is Ingram working the left side. This is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. We're through 1 on Monday Night Primetime. The Chiefs in control so far. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Buys time, rolling right. He finds his running back, R.J. Harvey. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sail that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off a 1st down.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
That nigga ass.
Here's Nix. Short pass brought in. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle, the running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware. But he's a viable option as well.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. And the jumpiness cost him 5. First and goal, a little bit tougher here. Once more, it's Nix. And to set up the screen here, it's Harvey. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Offense in the hurry up here.
On 9 yard gain, brings up second and goal at the 6-yard line.
Nix to throw again. Catch is made in close. And he takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown yet. He's out of bounds.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Dumbass nigga.
And there it's intercepted.
Dumbass nigga.
He's at midfield. 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to take this one back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown.
This offense had time to go through the 5 stages of grief by the time that interception reached the other end zone, Kate. Denial when they saw it picked off. Anger as return picked up steam all the way through to some reluctant acceptance that they just watched the celebration and
That was a beautiful
in the
read,
long end zone.
bitch ass nigga.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 gets sent away. Marvin Mims now to return it. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Broncos take over first and 10. Their own 28-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's first and 10. Back to the air, Nix after the pick. Chased out to his right. Good run, airs it out down the sideline. Big gain downfield. He's going to have this one down to the 37.
Come on, man, with this bullshit.
And that's good for a Broncos first down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
On the handoff, here's Harvey. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
At the 32-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Harvey once more. Ooh, they're on that one. Second down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make third down easier to handle instead?
This nigga's a bot, bro.
Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Captain. Oh, my son. Chill. Ole. Bombers.
They'll throw. Third and long. Outright, and Ingram makes the grab. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. And he can't hang on. Touchdown in his arms. But it slips through. Second down coming up.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
To the right, yep. Motion.
Nix again on second and 10. Running in the red zone. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos face a 4-point deficit. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. So take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right? When you don't have to settle for field goals, you can throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. Poor choice this time to bring it out. They contain him before he even reaches the 20.
At their own 16-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Throw knocked away. It's going to send him back to the line for second.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Wouldn't be a comfortable spot to punt it. Can they avoid that by converting here on third?
You see them trying to bad.
Here he goes, third and long. Left side cut by Lazar. Tackle made right around the 26. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on third and 19. Well, it has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. They'll come up on first and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That's brought in. It's his back, Rashard Smith. He's taken down after reaching the 30. Brandon Jones up for the stop.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Jonah Ellis there to make the stop. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down. And bring the tight end left. Third and short. Here's Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. A 6-yard gain on the play. And that's a Chiefs first down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end. You need to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway. This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
He'll get this complete to Lazard. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Working quickly here. To the air, Mahomes. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Broncos, they're going to be set up and goal to go after a great return down inside the 10.
Sets up a first down and goal at the 8-yard line.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's first and goal. Nix from the gun. This one's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for second down.
Okay, we've seen this running back pretty busy here early on in the passing game, and not just with checkdowns. You could tell this was going to be part of the game plan, and I don't think one incompletion here to him is going to deter that effort.
Now Nix. Will finds his back. Harvey. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos get some late points and the lead. Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Broncos take a 4-point lead.
Broncos 21, Chiefs 17.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Here's Smith on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Rice motioning left. 1st and 10. It's Mahomes. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. A 28-yard pickup there. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City. Chiefs in the hurry up, trying to get everyone to the line. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. Did not like what he was seeing, Bronson. He's just going to hurl this one away.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
Mahomes trying to get here on 2nd and 10. He finds Smith here underneath. He's still going at the 30. And he won't be able to take it all the way. Got close, though. Out of bounds just shy of that 10-yard line. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And that's a Chiefs 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. Flushed out of the pocket. And this is going to be a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs take the lead just before halftime. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position could be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Butker with the extra point.
Ashkare.
Push their lead to 3.
This nigga ass for real.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. On the return, here's Mims. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's the final play of our first half.
Bombers, bombers, bombers.
Back to throw it. Buying some time right. He's going to let this go. Deep down the right side of the field. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Chiefs do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join
Bitch ass nigga.
and taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Harrison Butker to kick off 4 games.
Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10.
Oh, my set. Ready. Olay, olay, olay. Olay, olay, olay.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. This is hauled in by Ingram. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Offense up to the line fast.
That's good for a Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Giving this to Harvey. And that is exactly what you're looking for on a first down run. He picked up 7. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
Staying on the ground here with Harvey. And this drives him back out of field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage.
he was taken down behind
With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last
Go,
touchdown in
Chris.
this game? Because
Fuck wrong with this nigga jersey.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Not enough drive.
so now here's 3rd and 5.
Captain, 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 captain. Oh, my set. Drill, drill. Bombers, bombers, bombers.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Delay a game backs him up, Brock, and on 3rd down, it's once again 10 to go.
Oh, my set. Olay, olay, olay. Ready. Ready, my set.
To the air on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
A number of times. See quarterbacks with his running ability make plays, critical plays on 3rd down. It's got to be refreshing for that defense to finally see them on the right side of it.
Ooh, best of luck here, guys. It's 4th and pretty far. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Well, best of luck here. It's fourth and a considerable distance. Looking to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. So they go for it on fourth, partner, and they get it in a big way, 25 yards.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So they'll head up here, first and 10 from the 34.
Hold on, son. Hey, Sean, let's go. Ready.
Here's Harvey running from the zone read. He's got about 9 on that run, partner. Down inside the 30.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down.
Hold on, son. Ready.
It's Harvey straight ahead. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And it's going to be first down Denver.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
All set now, first and 10.
Hold on, son. Ready. Chill. Bombers, bomb. Olay.
From the red zone now. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of second down.
Brings up second down.
It's Nix. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Third and long for Nix. Caught, nice gain left side. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Working quickly here.
17 yards. It's fourth down.
Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump. And, well, they got one of them to move that time.
36-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will tie things up in the third.
Here we go, all squared up once again after the first drive of the second half. Something tells me, though, Kate, these kickers, they better stay warm because more than likely their leg is going to play a big difference in this outcome.
Now after tying the game up, they're all set to send her away. Here's Smith on the return. Dancing past him. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Kansas Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. Looking to throw Mahomes. Brought in by his back Smith. And some excellent work to drive them all the way out past the 30-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now it's 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Oh, put some heat on this team. That's grabbed inside the 30. This play goes for 36. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
It's one of those situations that I really can't critique the defensive call at all. I mean, the X's and O's were everything you want, but unfortunately the Jimmies and Joes in double coverage of that tight end couldn't get it done.
So the big play has them well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Tight end in motion left. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Throw right side, caught by Smith. And he's tackled for no gain. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's been a high-scoring game so far, but we're still tied 24-all to begin the final frame. To the line here, 2nd and 9. Receiver gets it on the handoff. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
He gets it to Rice. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
3 yards on the pickup, and they're 3 away on 2nd and goal. Pressure coming, and they take him down. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Has it down close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Well, a field goal would break this tie, Brock, but the offense is staying out there. It's 4th and goal. Denver calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts. We'll see how judicious they choose to be with that final timeout. Well, a field goal would break this tie, Brock, but the offense is staying out there. It's 4th and goal. Empty backfield now. Running back motions out left. It's a designed run for him. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Chiefs take a 4th quarter lead. Patrick Mahomes, the touchdown. They broke out the design run from there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right, an extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
Butker on now to kick this one away. He's got the squiver. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Nick's looking to throw. And down he goes. The Chiefs got to him. Goes to the hurry up here.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Ball 11, Jim.
And he fakes the spike. They aren't fooled by that fake spike. They kept charging and got there to take him down. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Broncos down by 7. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. He'll throw it. Trying to push deep downfield. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tried getting it to Cortland Sutton, and that brings up 4th and long. Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it.
Hold on, son. Captain, hey. I need help. Olay. To the right, yeah. Go get him.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. They connect on the deep shot. And he gets out of bounds to save that final timeout. This picks up the 1st down, too.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Hold on, son.
They give up the middle to Harvey. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock still running.
1-yard gain.
Here he is to throw. Finds the in route complete. He has this down to the 34. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. He took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll run. This is Harvey. And he gets out of bounds to save that final timeout. This picks up the 1st down, too.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos cut it to a point late in this one. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell them what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean into his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Smith on the return. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Starting this drive with a design run. He hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's 2nd down. Chiefs in the hurry up, trying to get everyone in line. Setting up to pass. On the move, headed right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think I got the same thought bubble as all the fans in the stands with that one. You just got to tuck it. Don't try to force the issue. You're out there in the open space. Put your head down and go get the first.
This one's caught. Smith has it. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. He'll look to throw it. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. They get 23 on that one. And that's a Chiefs 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Now a timeout's called. It's not their last one, though, so they can try another play before setting up for that field goal. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion.
Easy. Yellow.
They'll run here from the gun. He hurries forward here for a 9-yard gain. 2nd down coming up. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. This game now resting on the attempt from Harrison Butker. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. The kick is good. He got it. And the 3rd time he puts it through will be the charm. They won it. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happened over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chiefs, as we'll see you next time from Denver.